What is going on? What is happening, everybody? How is everybody doing on this lovely, lovely Thursday night? I hope you're all doing good. I am Boxman. This is Wrestling Outlet, and you guys got me tonight. That's it, just me. I took last week off. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I think I needed that. Pretty much needed that week off. So I didn't just take a week off of this. I took pretty much the week off of wrestling. I did not watch all of Double or Nothing. I did watch some what I needed to when on YouTube and stuff, but I did not watch all of Double or Nothing, and really didn't watch much wrestling at all. Just kind of sat around and watched movies every night last week, and with the short week, it was a nice week to do it. Smark is taking a little hiatus. Don't know how long. Hopefully, only another week or two. But in the meantime, what the hell? You guys got me. I'm going to be talking about a few things tonight. Not too much as far as news, I'll be honest with you. But I did watch AEW last night. AEW's got a lot of big things happening this month with the video game coming out, with Forbidden Door. Then, we got Collision coming up. This is a pretty big month for AEW. Um, I do also want to go ahead and just apologize up front for the glare. These are my old glasses. My other ones are so scratched up. Think I was complaining about them 2 weeks ago. I just took them off. I can't wear them anymore. So I went to these, back to these. So I'm going to try to keep my head down a little bit so I don't get as much of a glare. You see, if I just move a little bit, the glare is pretty bad. I'm going to hang this TV this weekend, and that should cut down on the glare for a while. Because honestly, I got to wear these things for basically another fucking 7 months. My insurance doesn't kick in until January, so these are pretty uncomfortable. But I don't have a choice right now unless we come into some money somehow, which I don't see happening. So more than likely, I'm going to be sitting around in these glasses for the next few months. So, like I said, I'll try to make the glare better by getting the. I'm going to slide this mic over. I hope this doesn't mess with anybody's. Might mess with you a little bit. Sorry about that. Just going to make it easier on me. I feel like it's right in my face. But of course, we do have one death to get into tonight. We will get into that in just a few minutes here. But I gotta say one more time. I know I've said it the past few weeks, but being able to do these shows now on a Thursday is so less stressful for me. I just came home last night. I watched AEW. Didn't have to worry about getting the pictures, doing the show right away, and then it's just I got everything ready last night for AEW. I came home today. I got home, got some news ready during the day and at lunch. And here we go. We've got, we're going to get this done. I don't think it's, like I said, I don't believe it's going to be a very long show. You may hear my kids in the background. It's summer. No one's going to school. And got my little half Boston Terrier, half pug back there. So you may hear him making noise or snoring, or right now he's scratching, but you may hear him. And but there you go, folks. So I guess on that note, we can go ahead and just start getting into this. Like I said, I don't see this being a very long show. It may actually be maybe less than an hour. I mean, from what I've got, I'll be shocked if I hit an hour. If we do, awesome. If we get a little over an hour, that's fine too. I got no problem with that. But let's go ahead and start right away with, like I said, we're going to go ahead and start out with a death. We're going to talk about the Iron Sheik, of course, did pass away the other day. Yesterday, actually, I'll be honest. Yesterday, I was sitting there and had grabbed lunch by myself. It was just me. I went to a little deli right down the road from me. I'm just watching a movie on my phone and eating lunch. Nice little turkey, guacamole, avocado sandwich. It was delicious. It was really good. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm sitting there, and next thing I know, pops up on the news, the Iron Sheik has passed away. 81 years old. I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. But I think we all know 81 for a wrestler is like 105 for a regular person. So, but WWE, of course, did go ahead and that's a picture I've got up there is from WWE. But they did go ahead and put out a little statement on the Iron Sheik passing away. It says WWE is saddened to learn that Hossein Khosrow Ali Vaziri, known the world over as WWE Hall of Famer, the Iron Sheik, passed away on Wednesday, June 7th at the age of 81. With his imposing physique, curled boots, and dreaded camel clutch finishing hold, the Iron Sheik's larger-than-life personality and natural gift for inciting crowds across the globe helped him become one of the greatest villains in sports entertainment history. Yet over that time, awe-inspiring showmanship not only earned the respect of his peers, but the WWE Universe as a whole. Making him a beloved figure, the Iron Sheik first excelled in the World Greco-Roman Wrestling, competing in the Amateur Athletic Union and becoming a gold medalist at 180 and a half pounds. Iron Sheik became WWE champion the day after Christmas in 1983 when he defeated Bob Backlund in Madison Square Garden. This victory was a controversial one, as Bob Backlund's manager Arnold, I can't speak tonight, Arnold Skaaland threw in the towel when Backlund refused to submit to the camel clutch, and they keep going. After losing the WWE Championship to Hulk Hogan, the Iron Sheik engaged in a heated rivalry with Sergeant Slaughter, culminating, Jesus, in their famous boot camp match at Madison Square Garden. Soon after, the Iron Sheik teamed with Russian strongman Nikolai Volkov. The anti-American pairing went on to win the WWE World Tag Team Championship in 1985 at the first WrestleMania. The Iron Sheik left WWE in 1988, reappeared in 1991 by the side of his former rival Sergeant Slaughter as Colonel Mustafa. His last in-ring appearance was at WrestleMania 17. He did return for one night only, winning a gimmick battle royal and reigniting his rivalry with Slaughter in the process. His greatest rivalry obviously was with Sergeant Slaughter in 1984. So, you know, that really, that's probably what a lot of people, if you ask most people what feud they remember the Iron Sheik for, I would assume a lot of people would say with Sergeant Slaughter. So that's definitely a true one right there. Yeah, we are, and I mean, and then when in the 90s, when Sergeant Slaughter became the Iraqi sympathizer during the Gulf War, Sheik was added to the Triangle of Terror as we said before, Colonel Mustafa. They were joined with another one of Slaughter's old enemies, General Adnan, Sheik Adnan El-Qasi. Now, Sergeant Slaughter was also one of the first ones to go ahead and throw out his condolences to the family, and that was actually one thing he really, really kind of focused on was that family. I was wondering why this picture doesn't want to pop up, or any of my pictures want to pop up here. Oh, I see why. I guess I should be lucky it popped up. No, they're still not popping up. That's strange. Interesting here. None of my pictures want to. I see why. I hit the wrong button. There we go, folks. I was wondering, like, what the hell happened there? Okay. I'm sorry about that. Again, Slaughter was one of the first guys to come on out and say something. He didn't just write, sad to hear that. No, he came out and said, I love you, Sheik. I love you forever. He was telling TMZ Sports, he said he just had so much love for wrestling. Not only the amateur style that he learned, that was his survival in Iran. Whether people knew it or not, he loved you. He loved his fans. He just loved to perform, and he loved children. He loved young children. But once he went through that locker room toward the ring, He was business. He was the Iron Sheik. And as I was, and as most are, but and as I was most are, but he was exceptionally, but he was exceptionally that way because he just loved the business he was in. He was a character. I was a character. But we both had families and we loved our families. Kurt Angle also had something to say. He said, I was sad to hear the Iron Sheik passed away. He had an amazing impact on many throughout the world. Sheik and I enjoyed blasting each other publicly, all in fun. He was a man with an incredible personality. Gonna miss you, Sheiky baby. Hashtag it's true. Karrion Kross chimed in. Iron Sheik played a pivotal role in the development of my imagination in my childhood as a kid. I grew up, watched him with educated eyes. He was incredibly fun to watch and at times brilliant with the live audience. And that's how I'll always remember him. The NWA also said something. They said, also, obviously, Billy Corgan and his camp, if you will. The NWA is saddened to hear of the passing of the sport's great legend. They use his real name, the Iron Sheik. We send our condolences to all his family, friends, and fans. And Arn Anderson also hopped on in here and said, so sad to lose another member of our wrestling family. Sheiky Baby was the ultimate heel of his era. He was so good in his role that anyone who worked with him would become a bigger star. For those of us who got to share a locker room with him, he was a nonstop entertainment. Prayers go out to his family. There will never be another one like him, said Arn Anderson. Natalia wrote nothing but love and respect to the Iron Sheik. The wrestling world has lost an icon, very special person. Lex Luger. Let's not pay attention to my feelings on Lex Luger. Lex Luger said massive respect for the life and wrestling career of the one and only Iron Sheik. Thank you. You will be greatly missed. Two more folks. Frankie Kazarian wrote R.I.P. Iron Sheik. Very sad news. An integral part of the success of the 80s wrestling boom and an extraordinary talent, an incredible bad guy. I have a lot of Sheik stories and many great memories. Thank you for all you gave to the industry. Godspeed, sir. And the last one, Samoa Joe. Love you, Bubba. Rest in power to the mighty Iron Sheik. My sincerest condolences to his family. Talked a minute ago about the Iron Sheik, the amateur wrestling, and that he was in the Olympics. He actually won the gold medal back in 1968, before he entered professional wrestling, obviously. And it was in Mexico City, and he actually won a gold medal in the amateur freestyle wrestling class. And then obviously, obviously in the 80s, another feud, obviously people may say, would be Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan worked with everyone back then, but Sheik was one of the ones that just always was out there having a great feud. There's obviously the video of Sheik kind of getting a little boner during a match with Hulk Hogan. And they showed him that on the when he was on the shoot interview, and he's like, "Oh, look, I did get excited." He didn't really care. He didn't really care very much. But in 2005, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. But, he was on a couple of talk shows back in the day. Howard Stern, probably one of them. I mean, actually, he got a little drunk. He may or may not have urinated on himself. But, for all of the ups and downs he had, he was hilarious on social media, and a lot of people will remember him for that, at least. But we've gone through a few of his little feuds already, but he was a very memorable character. And like WWE started off with the curled boots, which when I was a kid, those were fucking awesome. They just reminded me of the Wizard of Oz. I don't know why. Well, for the curled slippers. But I just thought, he was just such a great character back in the 80s. And I mean, I was watching wrestling back then, so I thought he was a really great character. And his feud with Slaughter was a little more my time. And I was always shocked in the 90s when Slaughter came back and was, the sympathizer. And it was just, it was always just crazy. But, it's just unbelievable how, I mean, the last time we saw him, I believe he was in a wheelchair. And, it's crazy. Like I said, 81 is for a wrestler is like 105 in in regular humans' life. So, but pretty sad though. But yeah, he was definitely a big part of my childhood. And when I had the thumb wrestlers, the first two I got, the little thumb wrestlers, they were the little rubber things you played. They the first two I got were Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik, and he had the little curled boots on. I fucking love that. And I remember at one point our dog bit it up. So the curled boots were no longer curled, but I think I got a new one. I think I ended up getting, I think I got two more, and I believe I had Hillbilly Jim, and then I got another Iron Sheik. So, sorry, folks, needed a drink. Yeah, as SBC says, another legend will be missed. Absolutely, man. And as we get older, they're going to keep getting older, and there's going to be less and less of these legends around. But our childhood eventually has to come to an end, I guess. But it was definitely, like I said, I was just sitting there yesterday eating lunch and not paying attention to anything and watching a movie on my phone, and next thing you know, I look up and holy shit. Unbelievable. The Iron Sheik passed away, and I'm like, come on, it can't be true. And I jump on Facebook, and there it is, all over Facebook. And of course, once WWE posts it, it's kind of confirmed. They don't usually put up anything that's not confirmed. So most definitely will be a very missed character. And like I said, social media was kind of where he kind of always had his little thing, and he fact the Hulk Hogan and all that shit he would always put, and jabroni, as we got SBC Norab saying in the chat. He was great on social media, and he will be greatly missed by a lot. Obviously, condolences to his family, friends, and the wrestlers out there that miss him, which are his friends, I guess. But I guess we can roll along here, folks. Sucks, man, but like I said, we're all, unfortunately, none of us are getting younger. But here's something a little new that was a little weird to hear. A couple days ago, 3 days ago, actually, that would have been what, Monday? On Monday, WWE announced a new partnership, not with a autograph signing company. No, nothing like that. They announced a new partnership with Twitch. Yeah, that company they made everybody get away from a while ago, which this might explain why they did that. We don't know how long this deal has been going back and forth, how long they've been working on it. So this could have been when they were trying to get everyone off Twitch and they knew what was going on back then and just wanted to have all their proverbial ducks in a row. So, but they did put out a statement on Monday when they did make this little deal. They put out a little, they had a news conference, and basically they put out one statement. The statement said, WWE today, this would have been Monday, announced a multi-year partnership with Twitch that will see the return of the official WWE channel and popular WWE Superstar channels featuring live and exclusive content. In addition to the launch of the channel, WWE will debut today, this was Monday, a companion sidecast to Monday Night Raw, bringing the WWE Universe behind the scenes and closer to the in-ring action. The weekly viewing experience will be led by a rotating cast of hosts and will regularly feature appearances by WWE superstars. unique and exclusive content such as backstage interviews and more. Viewers can stream the sidecast live every Monday beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Time via Twitch. They put up their little WWE Twitch thing right there, or the Twitch app. And additionally, the official WWE channel will become home to other live productions and will serve as an alternate live streaming feed for all of WWE's premium live event press conferences. So not the live events, but all their press conferences and things. I wouldn't doubt if the pre-show was on there also. And then after you got the press conference on there, I would not doubt that one bit. They usually do the pre-show for free somewhere anyway, and then you pay to get into the regular show. Pre-show is there to sell the main shows. I think we all know that. I don't know how much y'all can hear my daughter screaming, but there ain't much I can do about this. Actually, that sounds like my 10-year-old making strange gagging noises. Anyway, let's just keep fucking going here. But I got to admit, I was a little shocked to see this the other day, but then again, not a little shocked because WWE always, will never ceases to amaze me, and they don't surprise me anymore, really. But this was a weird one. Like I said, I'm wondering if for a while there they knew what was going on. I seem to be dropping a lot of frames tonight, folks. I'm sorry. We got storms coming in here, so I apologize for the if I'm locking up at all. But like I said, I'm wondering if that's what was going on. If they knew what was happening back then, if they had just started creating this deal, maybe this was kind of in its infancy, if you will, and they knew they were going to be doing something like this in the long run, so they were trying to pull everyone off of Twitch. Did they do this just so they could make all the money? Maybe. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if that were the case. That could be the case, 100%. Definitely could be what they were doing. But, obviously that is one thing they were thinking about. If they're going to make this channel, they didn't want people out there getting their channels, getting people used to going to, all the other separate channels and then have to give up all those channels later down the road. Better to do it now, back then. And I would assume that's probably what happened here with this whole thing. But pretty cool little thing. Twitch channel coming back for WWE. Like I said, I wouldn't doubt if you were going to see some pre-shows on there, but definitely you'll see the press conferences, which they do after the pay-per-views. But I would pretty much expect to definitely hear, like I said, see the pre-shows on there. And then, like I said, we all know the pre-shows there to sell, so that's what I would assume they're going to do with it. All right. But there you go. There you go. WWE and Twitch. Like I said, not a lot of meaty news this week. I tried. After having last week off, I'm like, oh man, I probably gonna have a bunch to get into, and I dug through news. I went to every fucking news site I know, and I couldn't find very goddamn much, folks. It's just been, besides CM Punk, what else is there to really, get into? Once again, I got to move this microphone, folks. My kids got to stop playing with this shit. But anyway, another little news tidbit I've got for you guys right here. Jon Moxley and Homicide are set to team up at NJPW Strong on Independence Day at Korakuen Hall. Moxley and Homicide are going to be featured that day. Like I said, it's going to be next month, and they're going to run a 2-day event. Norab, no, I'm not going to review the pay-per-view. That's over. We're way past that at this point. And in the beginning of the show, I said I didn't watch all of it. Jesus Christ, what's with all the pregnant? Hold on, we're going to get into a couple pregnancies, and now we got another pregnancy. Jesus Christ, I don't even, oh my Lord. What are these women doing? Well, I mean, I know what they're doing, but I know what they're doing, but I can't. But whew. Anyway, as I was talking about, they're going to run a 2-day event, July 4th and 5th, at Korakuen Hall. The company, New Japan, posted a video from El Desperado, who issued a challenge to AEW's Jon Moxley. He wants a rematch to follow up on their bout from Music City Mayhem from 2022, where Moxley defeated him via referee stoppage. Moxley responded to the challenge, stated that he'd be at the Independence Day events and bringing former ROH champion Homicide with him to tag against Desperado and a partner of his choosing. Now, Desperado is a member of the Strong Style faction with Ren Narita and Suzuki. So, I don't know. Might not be a bad idea to get Suzuki in there. I don't know how many more matches he's got left in him, but who knows? We could find that one out. So, there's already a couple matches lined up for this show right now. There's only 2. We have two plus this one, so 3 total. We have, again, Moxley and Homicide versus Desperado and a partner of his choosing. Sorry, folks, my wife left her phone in here. Also, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Catch 22 or Catch 22, which is Francisco Akira and TJP versus Clark Connors and Dan Maloney. Also, the NJPW Strong Openweight Championship. That's going to be Kenta versus Eddie Kingston, who I'm going to assume by July, Eddie Kingston's ready to go. I know he had hernia surgery a couple of weeks ago, so I honestly don't know how long hernia surgery takes to get over and to be back from. So hopefully he's ready to go for that match. It was a few weeks ago he had the surgery, a month to recover. I think he'll be all right. Like I said, I don't really know how long it takes to recover from hernia surgery, but I guess we're going to find out. But that's pretty cool. So this could be Kingston's first match back after his surgery, for all we know. But Homicide still going, still strong. I think it's pretty cool just to see. It'll be cool to see Moxley and Homicide teaming up out there, and I'm sure it'll end up being a good match. So if you're looking forward to that, that's going to be July 4th and 5th. Don't know what night that match is going to be, but I'm sure we'll have more updates on that as time goes on. So we'll keep you updated on that. And only a couple more stories, folks. And then, like I said, we're going to get into AEW. And like I said, if this show goes an hour, I'm going to be surprised. I'll be shocked if it does. Don't have too much more to get into after this one last story. So there is a seamstress that is retiring from AEW, who has been with WCW, who has been with WWE, and that is Sandra Gray. Sandra Gray, however you say the name, Sandra. She was a seamstress for many wrestling promotions, obviously including AEW. She's going to be retiring. Fightful Select reported yesterday that she's finishing up with AEW imminently, which is very soon, obviously. She had been part of the company since it started in 2019. She was a seamstress starting in WCW back in the mid-90s, doing work for Johnny B. Bad. We know Mark Miro. When the company went out of business in 2001, she went right to WWE and stayed there till 2015. She also was in several episodes of the reality series Total Divas. I do remember seeing her backstage a lot, helping out watching the show Total Divas. So yeah, I do remember her in those first seasons. But congratulations and good luck to her. Congratulations on retiring and good luck in your retirement. That's what I say. A good little picture here of obviously an older picture. It's got Cody Rhodes and her in the middle, and Tony Khan dressed up as Orange Cassidy. Um, so like I said, congratulations and good luck to her. And as Norab was saying, there's there's some pregnant women going around wrestling right now. Hmm. Pregnant women are running rampant in wrestling right now. They are everywhere. They're all over. Um, Tay Melo was I don't she wasn't the first. She was the second. Actually, Alexa Bliss, who I'll talk about in just a minute, was the first. Fuck it, I can start with Alexa Bliss if I want to. God damn it, my fucking show. Alexa Bliss announced she was pregnant. I think this was sometime last week. Um, so this was the first one I had heard about in a little while. Obviously, Norab is saying there's a couple more that we're going to have to mention. At least one more that we got to mention. But Alexa Bliss and Ryan Cabrera said it was completely unexpected. Ryan Cabrera is a musician. I don't know what band he's in. But Bliss and Ryan Cabrera, they celebrated their first wedding anniversary recently and also announced they were expecting their first baby. This was last Tuesday, I believe. They were showing a series of pictures with the ultrasound picture, which we see. And Alexa said, the best moments in our life are completely unexpected. That was her Instagram caption. And she said, Baby Cabrera arriving December 2023. Another post read, Best oops ever. So, and she kept the Baby Cabrera arriving December 2023. Oh boy, there's a lot of angry guys out there who think it should have been them, I'm sure. Good Lord. And I mean, when you look at this guy in that hair, I understand. I get it, guys. I do like his shirt. It says "We're pregnant, but mostly her." That's. I did get a chuckle when I saw the shirt. I'm like, all right, that's kind of funny. I like that one. That's pretty funny. But congratulations to them. I'm sure they'll announce very soon what they're having. But oh, my dog jumped off the bed. Sorry, guys. But definitely congratulations to them. And oh, Carmella. That's right. Carmella's also pregnant. I don't know if we talked about that. I don't know when that. I think we did talk about that. So we got Carmella, Alexa, uh, Tay Melo, also is another one who is Jesus, who is pregnant. Someone will come let him out in just a minute. Sorry, everybody. But she said she was a little nervous about announcing it the way they announced it when they announced it last week on the show in Vegas. She said she was a little nervous about how the fans would respond to her pregnancy announcement. Obviously, the fans aren't always nice to Sammy and his wife. I believe they're married already. Fans aren't always nice to them, understandably. So they were a little worried at how everyone was going to react to that. I got a feeling no one's going to get up, so I might just have to leave this picture on and get up for a couple seconds here. Otherwise, he's going to bark again. Give me 1 sec, everybody. I apologize. Hold on, buddy. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I'm coming back right now. Coming back. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Stephen Butler. Ryan Cabrera was in a band called Rubik's Groove. Now he's a solo artist. Okay, there you go. I've never heard of the band, never heard a song from him. But again, Mello was saying that she was just a little worried about what they were going to do. Again, the fans aren't always very nice to them. She told TMZ we didn't know what to expect. We talked about it before, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe the crowd is going to boo, and we just need to be ready for it because we never know what to expect. She said. And then she said the crowd was so excited, which made it so much better. It was like I was like about to cry because I was not expecting the love. So it was pretty special, she continued. I bet it was. I bet that was pretty cool. They walked out last week and basically Guevara held up a sign, "We're having a baby." So congratulations to them too. And now Billy Kay, Jesse McKay, formerly Billy Kay, is pregnant also. So they're just, I mean, my Lord. These women are just, I mean, these women are just fucking and fucking and fucking and fucking. Jesus Christ, everybody. Ah, shit. Dirk, my man. What is going on? Dirk. Chat room, I appreciate y'all coming by. Like I said, I took last week off and just kind of didn't really watch much wrestling last week. But like I said, I'm about to start talking about AEW. I thought it was a pretty damn good show last night, but I mean, look, I don't have much more to say on the baby making. Like I said, these women are just out there fucking and fucking and fucking. Good for them. My Lord. I can't believe they find the time. They're working, they're training, they're whew. Emma and Riddick Moss just got engaged. That's another one. Almost just got married. Jesus, folks. Jeez, holy shit. It's going to be fucking crazy out there. Everyone's getting married. Everyone's getting pregnant. Well, just think, folks, in the next 18 to 20 years, we're going to have another crop coming on in, and we'll see how they are. The new wrestling crop will be coming on in. That won't be bad, folks. But yeah, so we've got AE. There you go. Dirk said it's the summer of love. I guess it was I guess it was the spring of love because that's when most of this probably happened. Alexa's already got a baby bump, which means she's at least 3 months at this point. Carmelo was pretty when we showed those pictures. I don't know how long for Billy Kay, and Tay looked like she had a little bump going, so she's probably right around 3 months also. So hey, a few more months left. We'll get some babies coming into this world, boys, girls, whatever. We'll see. Okay. So like I said, let's go ahead and get to some AEW here, folks. And then I'm wrapping up unless you guys got anything you want me to get into. If you got anything you want me to get into, if I know about it, I'll get into it. I don't care. Wrestling, not wrestling. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you want to ask me, ask me. I don't care. But I'm going to start talking about AEW while we're doing that. I thought AEW was a pretty good show last night. I really did. I enjoyed watching AEW. Maybe because I took a week off. I don't know. But we do have, I don't think we talked about this. We do have finally a date for the Fight Forever video game available June 29th. So coming up very soon. That game will be. I thought it was going to be Wait Forever because that's what it seemed like everybody was doing for that game, was waiting forever. But I don't know what the hell is on my mouse pad here, but it's nasty. So as usual, AEW starts out as per AEW rules with Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy comes out for the first match, of course, because he has to come out for the first match. Okay, Norab, I didn't mean about the Bill Body stuff. I didn't mean any of that. I don't care about that. No. All right. So we start out with Orange Cassidy. He comes out and he's defending his international championship against Swerve Strickland. Got Prince Nana coming out with him, of course. And this was a really good match here. Really good match. Lots of false finishes. And the crowd was loving every fucking minute of it. Tons of chants throughout the match. Orange Cassidy did end up retaining, which I think everybody knew. He's now 24-0 in title defenses for that international title. The rest of Embassy ends up coming on down, and they start pummeling the shit out of Orange Cassidy. The lights go out, and next thing you know, Sting and Darby Allin are standing in the ring. And they both got baseball bats, and Orange Cassidy is just lying there like a dead fish because they just beat the shit out of him before they ran down. They could have come down a little earlier, but they run down, and the lights go. Embassy is up on the ramp. They ran out of the ring when the lights went on, and then next thing you know, they pick up Darby Allin, and he looks like a rag doll when they pick him up. I mean, he just gets up and just drops down, and they held his arm up, and it was a pretty good little start out to the show, and I'm sure everybody is definitely looking forward to seeing. Obviously, this is going to be looking to a couple of members of the Embassy going up against Sting, or three members of the Embassy going up against Sting, Darby Allin, and Orange Cassidy, I would assume. Just what I would assume. We also got Jay White and Ricky Starks. They have a little video package for their match coming up later in the night. And then Bryan Danielson's music hits, and he comes on down, and he gets on commentary. And we see the video of Bryan challenging Okada for his match at Forbidden Door right before he gets on commentary. Bryan was great on commentary last night. I thought he was absolutely great on commentary. Is he usually great on commentary? Yes, he is. Bryan definitely can talk, and we all fucking know it. But I enjoyed him last night. I thought he was fucking witty. I thought he was just really good. And I thought it was pretty cool. I really did. I thought it was pretty cool. Then we, cut to commercial, and we do get the return video, which wasn't the first time it played, but we got the return video for Collision and CM Punk, which I'll talk about in a minute, but we get into that a little bit, obviously, during this. And then we get back, and it is Chaos, they are named, which is Rocky Romero and Best Friends, versus the Blackpool Combat Club. That is what we got right there. Before the Blackpool Combat Club even gets over the barricades, these three guys start beating the shit and throwing chairs, and a couple minutes later they get back in the ring, and the match is a go. Now, I may not be a big fan of Best Friends, but and I admit I don't know a lot about Rocky Romero either, but I enjoyed this match. I really did. I enjoyed this match. It was high flying. There were more false finishes. BCC ended up getting the win, and Yuta just gets on Chuck Taylor and starts. They did not look like they had any power behind them with the camera angle. When the camera was behind them, they looked good. When the camera faded out and kind of got the long shot, they looked really bad. But Yuta was just throwing his elbow, supposed to be, into Chuck Taylor. And Chuck just laid there after the whole thing, just lied there. Absolutely didn't move very much. But pretty cool stuff right there. And then what I thought was kind of the talk of the night, I mean, definitely what I thought was the best segment of the night was the talking segment with Hangman Page and MJF. Now, before that, we had the Young Bucks and Hangman Page. Hold on a minute. I fucked up here. It's not Hangman Page. I got the wrong Adam here. The Young Bucks and Hangman Page are backstage. They're commenting on the match they just watched, and the Bucks challenge the Blackpool Combat Club to a match next week because Anarchy in the Arena just wasn't enough. They need more. They need more. They want more. And Bryan Danielson immediately accepts the match on commentary. So there you go. Yeah, see, Dirk, I literally just corrected myself. You might have been changing your name in the middle of that. I don't know. You crazy bastard. So, yes, I did correct myself, but thank you. You are correct. I did mean to say that. Then we get the video package for Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door. I'll tell you what, after this, I'll announce the couple of matches that we already have for Forbidden Door, and then we'll wrap up after that. But this now is where like I said, I mixed up my atoms. I apologize. This now is where we hear from MJF. Now, we all know MJF on the mic, pretty much usually gold. We know this. He can talk, he can go out there, but it's usually the same cheap heat bullshit that he comes out with. Now, he started off with that. I'm not going to lie. He started out with the, Stoners, Colorado, blah, blah, blah. And he got the cheap heat, said they're all poor. And he said he knows about being poor because there's no competition in the company. This brings out Adam Cole. Yes, Adam Cole. Stephen Butler, I'm getting to this. And now MJ, you know what? I'll just go ahead and say it now. Stephen Butler's asking about MJF using a lot of WWE references in this segment. You did use a lot of WWE references as well as NXT references because MJF, like the one reference where, what do they have to do to make me cool is, ring the bell. That's something that Cole said to Karrion Kross, I believe. So there was that. The WWE references, I really didn't mind them. I thought they fit well in this because of the way he was using them. He wasn't using them cheaply. The first Vince McMahon might have been a little bit of a cheap one, but I thought MJF did very well in this program. Like I said, it wasn't the usual bullshit MJF, all right, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to get cheap heat, or I'm going to talk about some chick that was blowing me or whatever. And, I did. This wasn't that. This was a much better promo. He had some depth to it. I liked, like I said, we were just talking about it. I thought it was great that he used the Vince thing. Like I said, it might have been a little bit of a cheap heat in the beginning, but, big fan, by the way. But he used that. He said, the whole Keith Lee's manager, which was a rumor going around, which that was never confirmed, I guess, nor denied. But it was definitely, I thought, a very well done segment. Adam Cole brought up more than just WWE. He brought up ROH, CZW. MJF was talking about how, hey, I followed in your footsteps, and then this guy comes into AEW. Who the fuck is this guy? Is what he was saying. Like, I don't know who this guy is coming into AEW, this watered down version, but I did like it. I really did. And then Cole gets the mic, and I'm like, oh, let's see what happens. Now, I will say I did see some good fire out of Adam Cole here. I'm not going to lie. I did. I enjoyed this. But as MJF says, there's no one on the level of the devil. And I'll tell you, I saw that tonight. Adam Cole couldn't hold a candle to MJF. He tried. He did. He tried. He had a few good lines that I did like. Let's see. He said MJF. No, MJF said Cole is so fragile he makes a crack whore jealous. I like that. Uh, Cole was like, "Oh, it's the best you got," and he brought up his body, and I kind of like he did that, but I kind of liked the "Why don't we go in the back, piss in a cup, and see who comes up natural." That was a good line. Even Dirk just brought up that line. This really was probably one of the most talked about segments of last night. Not many matches are being talked about. This match here, or this segment here, is what's being talked about. It was a great segment, I thought. Uh, I don't see Cole coming out of this a winner, honestly. But they did make the match, I believe, for next week. Actually, hold on, right here. Yeah, next week they are actually going to. It's going to be MJF versus Adam Cole, not for the title. This is in a AEW World Championship Eliminator match, but I think we all know where this is going. I believe we all know where this is headed. MJF can win, or I'm sorry, MJF can lose a non-title match, and it doesn't matter. It's no fucking sweat for him to do that. So we'll see what happens here. Um, I'm just not sure why MJF would have to wrestle in his own. Anyway, talk about that next week. We'll see how it all works out. But there you go. Cole versus MJF next week. Enjoy while you can. So after all that, we get Don Callis out there, and Don Callis is out there with Takeshita. I believe he's out there. No, it's not. This is still Cole. I'm sorry. Cole kept going a little bit. He started saying how he's respected backstage, not just as a wrestler, but as a man. I like that. But like I said, I really thought that this wasn't the usual MJF promo that he comes out and cuts. I thought it was a great promo, a little more creativity out of it. An eliminator match would be once you lose, you're out. Dirk. Come on, Dirk. You knew that. Did you just want to get me to do that? All right. Anyway, after that, we see the Hardys. They're backstage. They got Isaiah Cassidy with them. Um, and they introduce a new member, Ethan Page, because now they own his contract because of the match. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm a fan of the Hardys. I like the Hardys. I like Party Hardy or Hardy Party. But I don't care about this Ethan Page stuff. I'm sorry. I've said before, I'm not a big fan of Ethan Page. I don't care. Listen, I thought it was a good show besides this one fucking segment. So, whatever. Fucking shoot me for it. I don't care. But anyway, Jungle Hook, folks, last week when I took off, they decided to reunite because that's what everybody was asking for. I mean, you guys asked for it. You guys got it. Jungle Hook. I mean, I guess what were they going to do with the two guys? Really? Really, what were they going to do with these two guys after they broke them up in the first place? It's really, this is about it. Stephen Butler says Matt and Jeff are equal yawn. They really are lately, man, but I don't know. Josh Alexander. I don't mind Josh Alexander, SBC. I really don't. He's all right. Take a sip here. Sorry, guys. I guess I shouldn't be sorry for trying to keep hydrated. I don't know how hydrated beer is going to keep me. But hey, it's an excuse to drink beer, right? I need it. I got a long day tomorrow. I do. I do, actually. My wife is getting a spinal injection and she has to take Valium. And the last time my wife took Valium, he, he, she, she told me her face was melting. And me, being the Asshole I am. I'm like, oh my God, it is. And oh my God, she wanted to kill me. She really thought her face was melting. So tomorrow I get to see my wife take not one but two Valium. They're knocking her out, but they're like, most people take a little Valium on the way here. It's a nerve wracking thing to do. So um there you go. Jack Perry should turn heel. Okay. It's weird. Always reminds me of one of my friends' names. But anyway, like I had said, Jungle Hook got back together last week because that's what everybody wanted. Um, and they are in a tornado tag match last night with it was Jungle Hook versus LFI, which is Preston Vance and Dralistico. I think is Dralistico is it. Um, I got to tell y'all, these tornado tag matches are one of my favorite style of matches. I have always loved the tornado tag, Texas tornado, whatever you want to call them, Texas tornado tag matches. I love these matches. Everyone in the ring, everyone getting fucking down and dirty, no fucking DQs. Just go in there, all four, beat the fuck out of each other. I have loved these matches since I was a kid. They weren't always this violent. Um, but these are one of my favorite styles of matches. Honestly, right here. This is it. Um, Vance, Preston Vance was actually bleeding pretty early in this match and bad. He was bleeding like a sieve from that shot with the chain. At one point, we had Vance. He's up there. He's choking Hook with chain. Jungle Boy runs in, nails Vance in the head with the chair. And I'm like, oh, that's real good after the fucking nice, shot he took already once. And then Hook gets him up, puts him through the tables. Hook actually put a nice hole in his arm from the tables on the back of his elbow. And then Jungle Boy ends up tapping out Dralistico. But another, I mean, listen, this has been a kind of a theme throughout the night. Great fucking matches. Seriously. So another great fucking match right here. And after this match, though, Tony Khan was on. Now, I don't know what downers they got him on, but I'm kind of wishing Tony Khan would give a little Tutorutski. He's kind of down. He's kind of bumming me out now with these announcements. Now he seems a little too fucking robotic. It's kind of bumming me out. I kind of wish he would snort a line before he does these bad boys at this point. So, oh, Jesus. Jesus. That would be nice. That would be nice. So, all right. But he does announce the Collision main event. I remember Collision's coming up Saturday, June 17th. So coming up very, 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 very shortly here. Like I said, we've got this coming up. We've got the 25th. We have Forbidden Door. Then he's got the video game on the 29th. It is a busy, busy, I would say important month for AEW, a very important month. But we got the main event for the debut of Collision. It is a trios match. It is Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Juice Robinson. So Bullet Club Gold and Samoa Joe versus FTR and CM Punk. I got to admit, I saw a lot of disappointment online for this. I think a lot of people were expecting a one-on-one match with maybe Punk and Joe. Some people were saying it might be a good idea to go ahead and get Punk and Bryan in there. I personally think it would be a good idea to get Punk and Bryan in there before CM Punk implodes. I think we're going to have to do some sort of over-under on how long before CM Punk says something to get his ass booted out again. We're going to have to do that. We'll have to take a poll here. Yes, SBC, CMFTR. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Steven, Tony Khan is just bad when it comes to these things. And he's either way too hype, bug-eyed, But now he's like chill and like it's like, dude, did you drink a fucking CBD drink or fucking something? I mean, what's going on here? Needs to needs to snort a line before these things at this point. But there. There you go. So the trios match right there, Samoa Joe, Jay White, Juice Robinson. And wow, we could actually call him JJJ. Joe, Jay, and Juice. How's that? Triple J versus CMFTR, as SPC said. He also gives it to All In before CM Punk implodes and fucks up. First thing I would say with CM Punk, no after pay-per-view press conferences. Let's just keep him away from those for the time being, is what I would do. If I owned this company, I know it may look petty in the long run, but you know what? Fuck you. I'm trying to fucking, they're gonna put a championship back on him very quickly. Very quickly. You know it. I know. We all know they're gonna do it. I wouldn't doubt if they got a whole new collision belt just for Punk. I would not doubt it. Do not put it past AEW to get some sort of belt for Collision, even like I said, the Collision Championship to put on Punk. So I just would not have him at any fucking press conferences as far as any media scrums. He could turn into a scrum bag at any moment. You never fucking know. So, what are you going to do, I guess, right? Norub says he'll beat Hook for the FTW belt. As long as he has a belt, that's all that Tony gives a shit about. Oh, Wrestling Soup was just talking about a Collision belt? Oh my God, really? Shit. Parallel thinking, because I actually don't listen to Soup. I respect the shit out of what they do, but I don't listen to Soup. Yes, the scrum bag, Punk. That's right. I had no clue they talked about that, but I mean, it's almost something you could see Tony Khan doing. It really is. It's something you could see him doing. They already have one for the channels. They have a TBS and a TNT title. Why not have a Collision title? Then the other one you can call the Dynamite title. What the hell? What the hell? What do you, I mean, anyway. I saw a lot of disappointment online about that main event. I mean, look, it is what it is. They might not want to put Punk back in there right away to get to, I don't know, maybe they think he's got some ring rust. I got no fucking clue. But I think a lot of people were expecting a one-on-one match. Like I said, personally, I would do the match with him and Brian. I would have I would have Blackpool Combat Club come down and fuck with them. And then you could have FTR come down. Then you could do the trios match. The HBO streaming title. Dirk. They'll have a title for every streaming service they're on. Just wait until the Fightful the Fight TV belt comes up. Just wait. So there you go. We get that Saturday, June 17th. And I'm not going to lie. Saturday may not be a bad night for them to do a show like this. Holy shit, we went over an hour. I'm fucking shocked. But it may not be a bad night. I think it might be a good night for them to do. There's no wrestling on the weekends, really. Unless there's a pay-per-view. I think this might be very good for them. I do. And I think it's going to be a very heavily watched next day on the app or whatever, but I think it'll be pretty cool to do on a Saturday night for this company. So anyway, we got Takeshita. He's out there with Don Callis, and he's out there to take on Damon Ace, who looks like a bigger bearded version of Brian Cage. Now the match is going on, and the whole time this match is going on, we have the video of Don Callis stabbing Kenny Omega just looped on the screen, playing over and over and over and over again. So Takeshita gets the win, and holy fuck, did this crowd lose their minds when Callis grabbed that fucking mic. They are booing so loud. He is trying to scream over the crowd. And I had headphones on and I could still hardly, like, you could make out what he was saying, but it was tough. It was not easy to hear. So he comes out, finally starts talking, and he says that Kenny Omega, everything Omega had and has is because of Don Callis, and says Omega is a cancer that he will cut out of his body. Now, I don't know if this was supposed to be a longer promo and the crowd just booed the shit out of him, so he couldn't do it, but they booed the fuck out of this man. This was some heat. So I thought it was pretty good, though, and this crowd just fucking hated this guy. Every time he even attempted to speak, they just booed the shit out of him. Then we get Alex Marvez. He's backstage with Christian Cage. Christian opens the door to talk to Alex Marvez, and you hear Luchasaurus beating the hell out of somebody. At least you hope that's what he was doing. So Christian says that Arn Anderson caused him to lose the ladder match and blah, blah, blah. And finally, after he opens the door, we see that it is Brock Anderson that Luchasaurus was taken out. Haven't seen Brock Anderson in a while. So I don't know if this is him making a comeback or what, but I guess we'll see. But after that, we get Anna Jay strolling on down to the ring with Daddy Magic Matt Menard. And she is she's taking on Chris Statlander. Now, didn't get to talk about this, but Chris Statlander came back at Double or Nothing and won the TBS title from Jade Cargill. Now, it's funny. I had mentioned Jade Cargill. I really didn't think this is how they were going to bring her back. But this is one way I believe me and Smart mentioned of bringing her back, is not to have a second match, but bringing her back as on that night to get that title. I'm glad they gave it to her. I think Jade Cargill was ready for some time off anyway. I love this. I think Chris Statlander, I think she looks great. I think this title was supposed to be on her in the beginning. But I think this is awesome to see her out there as champion. I think it's good to have a new TBS champion. I think when Jade Cargill comes back, I think she's going to have a great chase for getting that championship back, something we didn't really get to see her do with anybody. And it's funny, a few months ago, me and Smart were talking about that. We need to give her someone. When Taya came out and they were in Canada, we were talking about maybe she needs someone. We were talking about a feud that she's never really had a feud with hooks, with meat, something that you can sink your teeth into. It's just kind of been these random matches. She's never really had a feud, quote unquote. So I think now we can see Jade have an actual feud, see how she does. I think, like I said, great to see Chris Statlander back. I think it's great that she got the title, and I think she's going to be a good champion. So good stuff all around right there. After that, we get Tony Storm and Ruby Soho. They're back there. They cut a quick promo for their match on Rampage with Mercedes Martinez and Nyla Rose. Then we get to the main event. Folks. Ricky Starks versus Jay White is our main event. The bulk of this match ended up being picture-in-picture. There was 6 minutes left in the show. after the first picture-in-picture. You knew there wasn't going to be a lot to this match. It wasn't bad. It was actually a good match. I'm not very knowledgeable on Jay White. I've heard of him. I've seen some stuff. I'm not going to sit here and say if I like him or don't, because honestly, I don't know enough about the guy to say if I like him or not right now. I kind of enjoy what they're doing. The creepiest part of this match is after Jay White picked up the win, Juice Robinson comes down to the ring and does this weird, like, gyrating thing. It was really odd. He's a weird dude. Juice Robinson's a weird dude, in my SBC called him Bullet Club mold instead of gold. You might have just named the show Bullet Club Mold. I was going to call it Scrumbags too, but I might have to go with Bullet Club Mold. I like that. I like that. But otherwise, it was a good match. I'm not crazy about the big slobber of spit that's hanging off of Jay White's face. But hey, it's wrestling. We've seen much worse. But like I said, I thought this was a really good show overall. I actually thought it was a damn good show overall. I thought there were some really good matches throughout the night. I thought it was well paced. Like I said, I thought the best segment obviously was the talking segment with MJF and Adam Cole. I did say it right this time. That was the most talked about segment. I really heard a lot of that. That was mostly what I saw people talking about during those segments. So, honestly, folks, I think that's all I've got. I think that's all I've got for tonight. Yeah, 10:42 for most of you guys out there, only 9:42 for me. I'm gonna let everybody go. It means I can still go watch some TV, drink some beer, chill the fuck out, stop my daughter from yelling, and I think that'll be it. I don't know if Smart will be back next week, but either way, I will be here. If Smart's here, awesome. If not, you guys got to fucking deal with me again for one more week. So I'm also considering I might go back to audio, folks. I don't know yet. It's just something I'm kicking around right now. I'm not really considering it, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. This is a lot of work to be doing the YouTube. But anyway, I'll be all right. We're gonna I'll figure this one out. Don't even worry about it at this point. I'm just kicking it around in my head. But folks, I appreciate you guys joining chat room. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Like I said, I'll be back here next Thursday. We are back here on Thursdays from now on. Like I said, I'm loving Thursdays. I'm glad you guys have kind of just jumped on over to the chat room. I really appreciate it. You guys on downloads, it doesn't really affect you at all because I used to just, I mean, you're waiting one more day for the show. That's all. So it's not that big of a deal for you guys. So anyway, I appreciate everybody coming on in, Steven and Dirk and SBC. I appreciate you guys coming on in here and anyone else who might have been lingering. And that's what I know. I'm a lazy bastard. I know I am. When the movie show comes back, it's definitely going to be mostly audio special shows. I'm going to do video for, but I'm not sure what to do with this one right now. I don't know. I'm not so sure how crazy Smart is being on camera. But anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of here. That's nothing y'all need to worry about at this point in time. At this point in time, I like being able to come out here, share some pictures with y'all instead of just saying a few words. So, all right, folks, you guys take it easy. Everyone take it easy. See everybody next week. Once again, thanks everybody for coming on by in the chat room. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you for downloading. On that note, just thank you and